We continue to follow a developing story out of Tucson International Airport, where an uncooperative passenger was escorted off Delta Flight 5720 from San Antonio to Los Angeles. A passenger on the plane captured this video of a man surrendering to police on that Delta flight.
Right there. You, come to me. Do not move. Stay there. There's Guardian.
Two F-16s escorted the plane to TIA. The jets are based at Davis-Monthan and are always on high alert. And these pictures show you the variety of agencies involved in the incident, mostly Border Patrol agents. As passengers got off the plane, they were all searched. Meanwhile, tonight, we are getting audio recordings from air traffic control as it warned other planes about the problem.
That's a big issue that could potentially close the airport. What's the issue with 295? Is there a reason we can't take that?
It's a security issue, sir. I cannot tell you over the frequency.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley.
And I'm Stella Inger. 9 News Side's Whitney Clark joins us live from Tucson International Airport with the very latest. Whitney.
Well, we don't know what exactly the man on this Delta flight said, but it was serious enough that two F-16s had to escort the plane from the air here to the Tucson International Airport. Around 3:45 this afternoon, air traffic controllers were alerted that the plane was going to be diverted. It was heading from San Antonio, Texas to Los Angeles. About 80 people were on board. That includes the flight crew. Now, the suspect created some kind of disturbance in the air and was detained as soon as they landed here. Now, according to the Tucson Airport Authority, the call to bring in the F-16s was made by federal officers.
I've been here for a little over 10 years, and in my 10 years of being here, this is the first time I've seen this happen. My officers did everything that they were supposed to. They were extremely efficient and executed this in a very timely manner.
Well, this was a massive effort by law enforcement. The Pima County Sheriff's Department, TPD, and Border Patrol responded within about 20 minutes. Now, luckily, no passengers were hurt. They all did have to get off the aircraft here at the airport. They had to go through security again, and the entire plane was checked. They took off again for Los Angeles around 8 p.m. Meanwhile, the man responsible for creating this diversion was detained and is being questioned by the FBI. Live from the Tucson Airport, Whitney Clark, KGUN-9. On your side.
Thank you, Whitney. The F-16s brought into action today belong to the 162nd Wing of the Air National Guard, and they are based out of DM. The warplanes are part of Operation Noble Eagle, a national effort to protect our skies. It's been in operation since shortly after 9/11. The planes are on standby 24/7 in case of emergencies like this one.
Well, a passenger on board that flight gave us an inside view of what went on that flight. Ryan Healy sent us this video of the Tucson Airport Police arresting the man and removing him from the plane. He talked by phone with KGUN-9 Your Side's Craig Smith and gives us a good idea of what went on in the plane.
Ryan Healy was on a business trip when he was caught in a situation so wild, he looked out the window and saw F-16s.
What's that experience like?
It's a little harrowing. It's definitely not something you want to see when you're trying to get home.
He remembers the man whose behavior triggered the emergency landing.
And we noticed a guy who was walking up and down the aisles, and he was obviously kind of very anxious and uncomfortable. And then we noticed the flight attendants trying to direct him back to his seat unsuccessfully.
He says he and his seatmate kept an eye on the man. Right about then, he saw an alert online that the flight was diverting to Tucson.
Were you able to hear what the man was saying?
No, but I did talk to a flight attendant who told me that he made threats against the aircraft.
Healy says the flight crew did not tell the passengers what was going on.
There was some announcement about potential for turbulence and that we should all fasten our seatbelts, but we knew there was no turbulence, and it was something else. The captain eventually came on and told us we were being diverted to Tucson due to an operational necessity, but otherwise there was no indication from the crew what was actually happening.
He says the man was up front near the flight deck but did not try to get in. An older man we later saw during the arrest tried to convince the man to sit down but could not. Healy says he and his seatmate guided the pair to their seats. The plane made a quick landing, and Ryan Healy was getting video of the arrest. and heading into a terminal full of police and Border Patrol responding to the incident. Craig Smith, KGUN-9 on your side.